Hello, everybody, and welcome to Speed Gaming Prime on this Saturday. Welcome. Happy to have you all here. You are looking live at the screens of Pedantic Potato on the left and latebit on the right. This is Game 3, the deciding game in the first round of the bracket stage of the Z1R Randomizer Rookie Rumble 2 2023 tournament. Latebit won Game 1, Pedantic Potato won Game 2 last night, so a spot in the round of 16 all comes down to this. I am bbq.gov. I am joined in the booth today by Fury SK. Fury, welcome. How you doing today?
Doing all right. I do have one question though. Do we really count Game 2 as a win with how fun that was for both, or do we just count that as a win for the viewers and not for the players?
I think you're right. I think the seed won that as we find an instant level right in the middle of the map, level 4, that is not exactly pirouettable from the top. Oh no, it is. There we go. Yeah. If you did not see Game 2, which was played last night, it was a struggle bus. As I understand it, and I only saw part of it, there were meat blocks involved, there were ladder blocks, there were resource management challenges. It was a hot mess, but Pedantic Potato stuck it out and forced a Game 3, which we're looking at here today.
Yep, a little bit of a divergent strategy right off the bat too is I think Pedantic was looking for free resources or maybe a free item or try. Not so lucky, but we did get at least a hint for Death Mountain having a level.
Excellent. And then, yeah, you're right. Meanwhile, on latebit side, latebit seems to be prioritizing checking the Armos spots. There's 3 over here right by start. 32 for a medium secret. That's about average. But this screen is not average. This screen is gross. And yeah, gonna take one too many beams. But Pedantic Potato also routing in our Armos item. Our Northeast Armos is also a stair. Pedantic Potato cornered a bit by that orange moblin. There we go. Got him to respawn out of the way. All right, and an early take any up in the Northeast. Pedantic is going to elect to take the candle. We have not seen any shops yet, so don't know the price of the candle. Some runners, given the availability in this flag set of the white sword, might prioritize getting hearts to try to find the white sword, which we don't know where exactly it is. Latebit's going to do the same thing, though, and take a blue candle.
Yep, so early that you can decide just to ignore it at some point with a reset, but I think with a sword now in our hands, we're probably just going to save at some point soon.
Yeah, and having that sword be right where you're going to be anyway is quite handy. Hopefully latebit gets over a casino corner. Latebit's going to check the Lost Hills instead and find some cheap hints. Are we going to see hints? Well, we're going to see a garbage hint.
Yeah, this routing's going to hurt a little bit for latebit getting the early sword, but it could also just pay off if you happen upon the white sword cave and get that information early. Might impact what you decide to do with the reset, and then you can get the candle out of the wood sword cave when you find it.
Yeah, very true. Oh, that's an expensive door repair. That took it took 22 of latebit's 23 rupees, so above average. And there's our Armos item. That's a banana.
It's definitely something you want early on. Level 6 probably less so, but maybe we'll find keys.
Yeah, very true. It also depends on that's not a good enemy set if we see likes. That's a Wizrobe set in there. But yeah, no, early on, any banana gives you the ability to stun enemies. Not these that are on latebit screen, but some enemies. That's a transport stair. But particularly getting around the overworld in certain shoot type screens where it's just you're in tight quarters and need to get around, or you need to get off a stair like Pedantic Potato here coming down from vanilla level 2. Very handy to have.
Yeah, shouldn't take too long for latebit to get the boomerang if nothing else. And we'll see if they can make use of that to get off of some of those pesky screens with the large ladder pathings.
Absolutely. Those are fairly cheap bombs that Pedantic found over there. Oh, there's the banana for latebit.
Yep. So next up probably is the coast checks. I think Pedantic will be the first there, but will not have the bombs potentially that latebit has already found.
Yeah, latebit with a little bit of good luck there, getting a bomb force and then finding the bomb shop. So, but you're absolutely right. You will take those 4 bombs. You can use them a couple places. There, Casino Corner up in the northeast has 4 bomb spots you can check, and the coast has 3. So, yeah, always good to have that early. One more thing you can knock out overworld exploration wise. We're going to look at the coast item, and yep, coast item is a heart container.
Yep, so if we find the early ladder and we can get up to our 5 or 6 heart minimum or maximum required for the white sword, then that's definitely useful. I don't think world wrapping will really be in play based on our spawn in this one, but that would be the other alternative to getting there easily.
Yeah, no, it would. And that brings up something that, our overall, we have a deep field of runners in the Rookie Rumble 2 event. We started with 48, down to 32. But throughout the field, you would think that things like world wrapping, screen scrolling, block clipping, you wouldn't see that very much in our rookie field. No, not so. Our rookie runners as a collective group have taken a lot of time. Oh, as latebit gets sniped there on the coast. Have taken the time and put in the effort to learn those kind of advanced techniques. A lot of them have learned how to screen scroll and block clip, and invested the time to learn to do the time save things such that they're willing to pull them off in a tournament setting. And that's been really nice to see, really impressive to see throughout the tournament.
Yeah, the screen wrapping is handy, but only particularly useful in a couple of spots. Otherwise, you can kind of get away with it. Block clipping is the easier tech of the two because of the buffers you can use to be able to do so, and that's almost mandatory even in a Rookie Rumble, just based on how fast the field's going to catch up to you if you don't have that down.
Yeah, no, definitely true. We've seen a lot of runners who are able to do, not just able to do it, but can do it just first try without even blinking, which is really nice to see. All right, latebit's 2 screens away from getting their sword, assuming they can get down from this room of jumpy spiders.
Yeah, in the meantime, I think Pedantic's about at the point of Nope, which is another key lock door in 6 with whiz robes and all sorts of fun.
Yeah, the good news is 6 is not far from start, as latebit gets their sword. Not far from start, so not too difficult to get back to when you're a little better outfitted to be able to handle things. But yeah, a lot of overworld left to explore. 7 dungeons we haven't seen yet, and over half the map to go. So lots of twists and turns left.
We're going to probably see both runners take the same route for now as latebit did. Well, I was going to say they're going to take the same route and go south, but I guess maybe Pedantic's already seen some of that. Latebit still has to clear it.
Oh, I think if Pedantic's doing what I think he's doing, this is smart. I like this. This is, again, an example of runners employing some good strategy. Safe scumming the bombs in case the coast is nothing.
Yeah. The gambling game is 2 south of spawn. That's particularly important after last night's fun with many things needing to be purchased and not a whole lot of money, at least on one runner's side. So we'll see if that comes into play at any point if this is a low money seed.
Yeah, very possible. Okay, Pedantic. Oh, those are expensive arrows at 97. That's not great. To your point about he's gonna retry. Got the information for where the one secret cave is, so probably just gonna go grab that. But yeah, resource management is kind of a low key separator that can make the difference in certain types of seats, like the one last night. And it's something that it can be hard. You can practice a block clip. You can practice a screen scroll. It's hard to practice money management without running a bunch of seeds and running into instances where you need to buy keys to progress in dungeons, where you need to do some overworld farming.
Yeah, I find that sometimes the runners get a little bit carried away with the fact that it's a race, a tournament race at that, and that they have to go fast to be able to beat their opponent who's also likely going fast. And sometimes the value is actually in taking a little bit of time to assess your situation, assess what the money-making game has to offer, for example, and see if it's actually worthwhile, and then making decisions on where you want to spend your money, how to get more money when you need it. Similarly, in dungeons, that kind of happens from time to time as well. Runners will stick around for a Triforce on Wood Sword. It's a Wizrobe set. You've got both items suddenly out of there. Do you stay? Do you go? So there are small decisions where you can probably slow down a little bit and actually save yourself a little bit of time or frustration.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, the money-making game is not a meme. in certain seeds, it can actually be, depending on how it rolls, a very profitable source of money that gets you to where you need to go. And I think in certain vanilla Z1 speedruns, it's something that is actually a part of the IRL strategy for achieving a world record.
Yeah, Pedantic did leave that money on the coast. I think that's kind of a conscious decision to not run out of money at some point by getting robbed at all these various caves where there's story pairs. The large secret in this one is also a little bit above average, so it should help the runners keep enough money for whatever they need.
Well, that has to be a relief, certainly, for latebit. As we find another sword. That's the wrong one right now. That's Mag's up at the waterfall. Not a horrible location, but maybe not one our runners are going to prioritize hitting late if nothing else is up here.
Yep. We also got a glimpse of the cheaper key being just that. I think the more expensive one was like 110 to 119 range. The cheap key is 65, so there is a key that you can buy that's not really going to break the piggy bank, and you might be able to unlock some of level 1, which has its reputation for key doors.
It certainly does. On latebit's side, we find in the Deadwoods one of our take enemies, but latebit's going to check Vanilla 3's cave first just to see what this is. It's money.
Yeah, medium and large both rolling up means the door repair rolling up is no longer really a huge issue.
Yeah, no, that again, got to be a relief. As we find level 1 on Pedantic's side, up just one screen northeast of Vanilla level 1, and latebit finds level 5 in the Deadwoods. Well, good news, you found level 5. Bad news, you need a key. So some good news for Pedantic in that this is a Guerrilla set. Of the sets you could have in the dungeon, this is probably the easiest of the 3, and finds the immediate push block. What do we have? Oh, wow, okay, well, that's important.
Yep, early ladder height. We're not going to have to really go digging this time for it. It's pretty free, and honestly, something that latebit will not miss. It was literally on route in level 1, and level 1 is not that difficult to spot to route based on your forest start.
Yeah, very, very true. This is not a situation where it's buried deep on Death Mountain, so good to have, certainly. If this bomb wall doesn't bomb, do we have a segment at level 1, maybe? Yes, we do.
Yeah, latebit's going to miss level 1, I suspect, on this route. It's probably a candle row burn session as opposed to going northbound, but again, don't think it'll be long.
Yeah, like you said, yeah, it's a very good point. This is not something where it's, we're not getting back there for 20 minutes. Now, latebit will probably, unless latebit finds like levels 2 and 3 up here on Candle Row, we'll probably do Deadwoods next and get right there. So there's a heart container on the floor for Pedantic. That's the second item.
Yep, and with that drop, that staircase won't push, so we're pretty much key locked out of here. Again, there's the 66 rupee key on Candle Row. If there's a low dungeon on Candle Row, which there's not in this case, but had there been, you might have had a shot of finding maybe the any key and then routing to one, so it could have turned out in latebit's advantage had that happened. It did not, though.
Yeah, and unfortunately, latebit left about 50 rupees on the floor, was at 206, found the large secret at the bottom of Candle Row, and maxed out their wallet at 255. I thought, given the routing back, I thought that latebit might double back and purchase a key or two, but at least not doing that yet.
I feel like this is more of a hold for blue ring situation based on the fact we also passed on bombs with 4 bombs to our name.
Yeah.
It's not a terrible idea because it does improve your ability defensively. However, it does take the majority of your money, and with 1 large secret left and no keys, it might become a situation where you, again, might end up in a Game 2 scenario where, hey, I've got a lot of things I want, not a lot of money.
Very true. And, well, given where level 1 is, if latebit hits that same key block after getting their ladder right here, might run over to Candle Row and grab some keys. Danik finds, okay, so our cheap key shop is not a rare shop. That's good news. And it seems to be in multiple places that are fairly convenient for the runners in the middle of the map. So hopefully, if keys are necessary to be bought, that'll make things a little bit easier than they were in Game 2.
Yep. And Pedantic still has access now to at least, I think, 3 secrets that have been left untouched. So it's not a situation where Pedantic's burned through the wallet already. They're just making a conscious decision to come back after hitting a lot of door repairs and then spending. It is the slower tactic, however, as we talked about a couple minutes ago, sometimes the speed is what kills, not the slowing down and spending more wisely.
Yeah, that's a really important point to keep in mind as we watch our runners go. Is that not everything has to be done fast. Sometimes it's got to be done well. And yeah, so all right, latebit's gotten that same information about level 1. Pedantic's gonna find that key shop here on Candle Row. Where does Pedantic head next? Oh, going back in? Nope, didn't mean to do that.
I mean, you can go back in. It is possible to progress past that key door. It's a very simple enemy set in a room with a shutter door and a key door at 0 keys. There is a Canana key opportunity on the south door. Neither runner yet has actually seen that opportunity, but it's something to look for in the game sometimes when it gives you those easy setups.
Very true. That is a skill that is it's the thing, if you've not seen it done a bunch before, it can be tough to remember sometimes if you're new to the tactic that, oh wait, I need a shutter door and a key door in here. But that room with Salphos was a prime candidate to do it. Just the enemies weren't lined up with that clock to be in a way to be able to do it easily.
Yeah, so we have the white sword found. We have the heart on the coast if we had needed it, which we do not. Both runners are inbound to the same cave at this point. I would say that actually at the moment, the lead's probably latebit's only because of exploration, but if money becomes the obstacle again, Pedantic still has a ton of money on board, and if latebit's going for the blue ring and Pedantic doesn't, then that may alter who has the advantage at some point pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, this is still anybody's race. It's very early. But our runners have seen a lot of the same things, although Pedantic's going to go up and check Death Mountain, which we haven't seen very much of yet. And going to grab this secret. This is a little harder to get up to. We have so many roads that take us up there, but stop Western Death Mountain and the Grave. Yeah, might as well pick those up. You're probably not likely to come back there unless there's a level.
Yep, here comes the blue ring, which is not a huge shock to me. It looked like that was the setup all along. So now the question really becomes, what is Pedantic going to spend on?